What's up YouTube? For tonight's video, we have a full worst ghost type Pokemon team. So, well, basically, I'm going to be using my favorite ghost type pokes in this video, so that's cool. We're going to be doing a stream tonight, approximately an hour after this this video goes live. So make sure you are following on Twitch TV, Pimpnite YT. Link is in the description. Yesterday we didn't actually get around to doing it because my internet sort of like messed up. So tonight we're going to be doing some battles. We're going to be doing some Pokemon drawing and maybe some shiny hunting as well. So I hope to all see you there. If you haven't followed yet, make sure you do. Otherwise, you don't want to miss these streams, people. There's plenty of assault going on. So as I said before, I have permanently moved my streams to here. So if you want to watch that and you want to get that in on that action, make sure you come along. All right, we have a battle against Kath on my Discord. I mean, in my house. So we got a Pelipper lead here. It's going to start raining because the Pelipper has the drizzle. So I'm going to go for Flame Charge, boosting my speed there by one stage. This is like a speedy Gorgeous Scumbag King's Rock flinching set. However, the Pelipper's going to go for the Hurricane against my Gorgeous and take it out in one shot. I was hoping the Pelipper was going to go for another move than that and not expect me to actually stay in. But that kind of went south real quickly. So that's whatever. I'm going to bring the big boy back in into the next battle. So now I'm going to go for Mirror Move on my Oricorio and go for Hurricane, which is quite funny because I've actually got Hurricane in the set. And it's going to do some pretty awesome damage to Pelipper. Pelipper's going to go for the Ice Speed. Now this Oricorio set we've got on this, we've got Revelation Dance, Hurricane, Mirror Move, and Calm Mind. We got max special attack and max speed. So going for the Revelation Dance, and that's going to be enough to take out the Pelipper. So obviously, some other Pokemon are going to be benefiting from the Rain Dance. So now we got the Feraligatr coming out. So I'm thinking, this is probably most definitely going to have the Aqua Jet, but I'm going to stay in just in case, Kath does predict me to swap. Now, if you haven't checked out Kath's channel already on YouTube, make sure you do and go subscribe there. That one's in the description of the video, Crimson TV, and earn your boy some brownie points, guys. Come on, please do it. So now we're going to go for the Flyum Z, Scummium Z, Hurricane, Z Hurricane. And, this I knew this wouldn't take the Feraligatr out because obviously it's quite a bulky Pokemon. And it does some pretty nice damage. And now it's going to take me out with the Ice Punch. So that's Oricorio down. But, pretty solid effort there. I'd say out of all of them, that's definitely my favorite shiny one, as well as the now that was a set. I always messed them up, the Pom-Pom one. Okay, so now we got the Feraligatr going for the Protect here. Now, I'm going to go for the Home Claws. I was thinking, well, what does Feraligatr really actually have to hit me apart from, like, a Dark type move? I can go for the Shadow Sneak afterwards as I get the Home Claws up, so that should be enough to take it out. So now we've got the Feraligatr swapping out here. Obviously, clearly it doesn't have anything to hit me with. And now we got the Coffericus coming in. So it's like, this is a big problem. So even though I've got +2 in Hone Claws up, I'm going to go for the Shadow Sneak. Now, no, going for the Shadow Sneak is actually going to give Shedinja Mummy instead of Wonder Guard, right? So that's a problem. But I do have the Focus Sash anyway, and it does really big damage to the Coffericus. So now Shedinja doesn't have Wonder Guard. It's got Mummy, Shedinja's Mummy. Can you imagine what that looks like? It's probably going to be... I'm trying to imagine Shedinja's Mummy at the moment. Let me know in the comment section if you can imagine what that looks like. Oh, also, the question of today is, what do you think is the worst Ghost-type Pokemon? I got to explain why, too. I forgot to do that. So, anyway, going for the Shadow Sneak on the Coffericus taking out. So, Shedinja obviously has an amazing ability with Wonder Guard, but it's only got 1 health, so it's very susceptible to status, stealth rocks, and obviously a super effective move. It's going to take it out. So, obviously, those kind of things are holding it back. Plus, its stats are rather bad, too. Its attack stats, it's got an average attack stat, but its speed's horrible, too, and that's obviously what's holding it back. So, Magnezone comes in and takes me out with a Thunderbolt. Oh, Hacker exposed there, and that is my Shedinja down. So, bringing in the Golurk this time. So, this Golurk was an Assault Vest physical set. We got, on this one, max health and max attack, Adamant Nature. Now, I did play around with people's minds because I was going to run Iron Fist on this, and I decided not to. I went for the No Guard. So, on this set, we got Dynamic Punch, Thunder Punch, Ice Punch, and Stone Edge. So, now, Magnezone somehow tanks that one. I think Kath was running some, like, crazy... VGC build on that one. That's why it lived. And that's going to go down, fortunately. So now we've got the Toxicroak coming in. I'm going to go for Ice Punch against that. Does fairly good damage. It's about a 3-hit KO. Now with the Toxicroak, it's going to go for its own Ice Punch, doing over half my health. It doesn't freeze me, though, and I live on 96 health. So go for the Ice Punch, hoping I can get the freeze axe against Kath, hopefully, and it doesn't happen. And now Toxicroak is going to go for another Ice Punch, and that is going to be enough to take my Golurk out. I really wanted the freeze axe there, people. So I've got 2 more Pokemon left. I've got my Banette. Now, this is actually a Trick Room Banette and it really wasn't probably going to be working amazingly in this set. Because Cast obviously, team was, his was a trick room too. You can see the Krogan, being outspeed before, it actually has an Iron Ball. So now the Krogan is going to go down to my quiet-natured Banette there, max special attack and, max special attack, max health. So now we've got the Trevenant coming in. I'm going to go for Shadow Ball against Trevenant. Now, Trevenant is, it's obviously a fairly bulky Pokemon. And this one seems to be more of a sweeping set. I get a special defense drop then, which is really good. Now, Trevenant is going to eat his berry and get some of its health back. So that's fine. I was thinking, well, the next one's going to be enough to actually take it out. So Trevenant is going to go for the Trick Room here. That's going to pop the Trick Room on the field. So I was thinking, what should I do here? I should go for Trick Room myself to actually get rid of the Trick Room. So now the Trevenant's going to go for the Horn Leech there, obviously giving it some damage and sustain. Gives it a little bit of health back. Now, I'm going to go for Trick Room myself. So if you didn't know, like, say if you use Trick Room before the 5 turns are up, right, that basically resets the Trick Room to, whatever it was. So that's put the Trick Room back at normal now. So fast Pokemon will now go first and, slow Pokemon will go second. So going for the Shadow Ball, since I did get a special defense drop, that is enough to take out the Trevenant, in one shot there, which was really good. But don't worry, people, it gets rather interesting. So my last Pokemon, apart from this, was my Dusknoir, right? So it's going to go for the Feraligatr, it's going to go for the Waterfall, and that's going to be enough to take out Banette. That's a Sheer Force, Life Orb Feraligatr. So I was thinking, crap, I've only got my Dusknoir left, and it's a really, really trolly set, right? So this set, right, was a Curse, Will-O-Wisp, Pain Split, and Protect set. So I was like, I've got to get a Curse off, and I've got to survive this waterfall to get the Curse off. So Feraligatr goes for the Curse. He does over half health, and my Curse is actually going to take me out before the Curse actually kicks in on the Feraligatr, and I'm so salty at the moment. Alright, what's up YouTube? Welcome back to our full worst Ghost-type Pokemon team. I definitely didn't change up my moveset right after that battle. So, this was... I can't believe that! I gave it Nightshade instead of Protect. Man, I really wanted to run like a trolley set there, and it didn't quite work out in that instance. So, we got a battle against Eckhart on my Discord. We got a Pidgey going for the Brave Bird. I can see it's got Choice Band too. So, this little bird is going to hit pretty dang hard. So, Gorgeous just takes that one and lives. The big boy lives and does a lot of recoil damage to the Pidgey in the process. And now it's going to be able to go for the Rock Slide and take out the Pidgey. Now, guys, I got a really, really good battle at the end. You guys, make sure you check it out afterwards and watch it. It's very, very interesting and, of course, entertaining. So, we got the Articuno coming out. Now, this is actually a theme team too in itself, their team. It nearly actually was 2 theme teams. So, we got the Articuno go for the Ancient Power against my Gorgeous. It's going to outspeed me. I wish I kind of went for Flame Charge against the Pidgey, but... yeah, I guess that's hindsight. It's always easy to see things in hindsight, right? So it's going to get an Ancient Power boost, and that's really bad, because that's going to get a +1 and everything. I've got to take out this Articuno before it sweeps my entire team. So bringing in my Banette, I was thinking, I could go for the Trick Room here, right? And if needed, I could take this out with a Destiny Bomb. So, however, instead of attacking me, it's going to go for Reflect. So it's got Ancient Power Reflect. I'm like, okay, that's, that's kind of interesting. Going for the Trick Room here anyway. So maybe they expected a physical move and went for Reflect. That's fine. Banette doesn't have the greatest special attacks. So it's not that, it's not that predictable. So now going for the Acceptance with me. So go for the Shadow Ball on the Articuno. I got a special defense drop, so that's pretty dang nice. Now we got the Articuno going for the Ancient Power again. Praying it actually doesn't get another boost, right? Because that would really, really be bad. So I can see it's about a 3-hit KO with the Ancient Power. So going for my own Shadow Ball, that's pretty good damage now. It's about 2 more until the Articuno goes down. So Articuno go for another Ancient Power against me. It actually puts me in range of my berry, and I'm going to eat that berry and get some health back, which is nice. So obviously I had the Citrus Berry on that set. So now I'm like thinking, well, I probably won't even have to use my Destiny Bond against this thing. I can take it out with a Shadow Ball and maybe save my Destiny Bond for a little bit later on. So getting another special defense drop in case it had Roost or anything like that, but it doesn't. And now it's going to go for Ancient Power. That's not going to be enough to take out Banette. And I can take the Articuno out with the Shadow Ball. So that was pretty good. I was actually at the start there, I was planning to take it out with the Destiny Bond, but since I got some special defense drop on the Articuno, that was enough to actually take it up. So the Reflect wears off, and unfortunately the Trick Room actually wears off too, so that's a shame. I was going to use Destiny Bond on this Rufflet. So Rufflet is going to be able to ruffle me up there, and it's going to go for the Air Slash. Thankfully, it doesn't miss for the Rufflet, and that is the Banette down. I was actually going for Trick Room that turn. So that's all good. I guess I've got we're fairly even battled. So now we got a Golurk here. So this is the Assault Vest Golurk with no guard. So we got the Tailwind coming from the Rowlet, not the Rowlet, the Rufflet. Sorry, I'm getting my birds mixed up. So you can probably guess what theme team they're running as well. So go for the Dynamic Punch. I'm guessing this thing's going to be have like an Everlight or something like that. So getting up the Confusion on it, I really needed that Confusion. Now I can go for another Dynamic Punch and probably take it up. So we got the Rufflet getting through the Confusion and now going for the Air Slash on my Golurk. I've got the Assault Vest, so it's not going to really do too much. However, they do get a flinch, so that kind of sucks. That's some like free damage for them. All right, so now Rufflet is going to get through the Confusion once again, and it's going to go for another Air Slash. I was like, please don't get like 100 flinches in a row, but that isn't the case, and the big boy's able to go off the Dynamic Punch and taking out the Rufflet, which is good. So that's down. Threat assessment out the way, people. So now we got another bird coming out, so you can probably guess their team is a full flying type team. However, all of them were like flying, like they're all flying type Pokemon, but one of them wasn't flying and normal. So that was the only thing that could have made that like two theme teams in one. So now we got Thanksgiving coming in there. It's gonna go for the Power Herb Sky Attack against my Golurk, and man, I was not gonna be living that one. That's very, very powerful. So down goes my Golurk. I've still got 3 Pokemon left though. Now the problem with this team, right, is I could hardly even use my Ghost type moves except against the Articuno, which I had already done. So in bringing in the Duskull this time, hoping I can actually, I've adjusted the moveset now, guys. We weren't going to mention the first battle. Don't worry, the first battle is nothing. It's all part of your imagination. So go for the Curse. Now with Curse, if you use it on Ghost type, it drops half your health. And I've got leftovers as well to get me over half health. So I can, if I really need to, use it again. So Toucannon is going to get hit by the Curse. So I was wondering, what's this Toucannon actually going to do to me? Like, it can't use any normal type moves, which is good. Now we've got the Toucannon going for the U-turn instead. So it's got U-turn. It's definitely going to have some kind of normal type move. And I really wasn't sure what the other ones could be. I mean, I had ideas, sure, but I wasn't sure if it could do like a lot of damage to me. So now we've got the Farfetch coming in. I went for the Pain Split, and that's going to do some okay damage against the Farfetch. Farfetch doesn't really have a lot of health anyway, so that's kind of fun. So getting some more leftovers recovery against the Farfetch, the threat here, people. Now, instead of, I thought it might go for like Night Slash or like a critting move, but it's going to be a special Farfetch. It's going to flinch me with the Air Slash. And, well, let's put it this way. Leftovers almost did like most of the damage back. So now we got the Farfetch going for the workup, boosting its stats right here. Now, once again, I can't hit this with Nightshade. I can go for the Curse, or I can go for the Swap. I've decided here to go for the Curse against the Farfetch. So since I got over half health, I know that I can probably tank the next hit. Maybe just, or Air Slash may actually miss, which would be even funnier. So Dusknoir is on a little bit of health, and the Curse is doing some damage to the Farfetch. Then I was thinking, well, I could bring in my Shedinja here, and swap that in, and, the Focus Sash would kick in. Some more damage to the Farfetch, and I could leave my Dusknoir maybe for that Toucannon, because I was really curious what it actually had to hit me. So now we've got the Farfetch going for the Air Slash on my Shedinja. Obviously, I've got a Focus Sash on this set, and that's cool. So I've got max attack and max speed on the Shedinja set, getting a little bit more damage with the Curse too, which is nice. So I need like 2 more Curses to take out the Farfetch. I can't use Shadow Sneak here. It's going to have Heat Wave as well, so it's got like 2 options to actually hit my Farfetch, my Shedinja, and that is going to go down. Man, Heat Wave Farfetch, that brings back some memories. So the Curse is going to do some nice damage there, or nice fixed damage to the Farfetch, almost taking it out. So my last Pokemon is the Oricorio. This is probably the MVP in most of the battles I had on this team, because let's face it, this team wasn't probably the greatest team in the world. So going for the Carmine, since it was a special Farfetch set, I thought this would be a good opportunity to get up a special defense boost and a special attack boost, right? So now we got the Farfetch going for Air Slash. It's going to be hitting at normal like before, like it had a +1 before, so it still does okay damage, and the Curse is going to take the Farfetch out anyway, so I thought I could get a free boost. It's already going to go down. So now, thinking, we've got the Toucannon left, and we've got the Unfezant. Now, it's already burned up its best move, which is the Sky Attack Power Herb. Now I thought, well, I've got to go for my best attack to take this one out, because I don't want to miss either with Hurricane. That could be really bad. So going for the Flyinium Z Hurricane against the Unfezant. We do have a +1 in special attack too, so this should be enough to actually take it out. We know that it doesn't have like any scummy items like Focus Sash or anything. It's already used its Power Herb on its previous attack. Now I still do have that Dusknoir left in case I need to swap it into anything as well. So that's going to take out the bird in one shot, which is nice. Now the last Pokemon is the Toucannon. I've got Hurricane in this, and I've also got my Dusknoir. Now, once again, I can't use any of my ghost type moves against it. I have to use my flying type moves. Thank goodness for me, the Hurricane does hit, and that is enough to take out the 2 cannon, and I hope you guys enjoyed both these battles. Make sure you check out the bonus battle at the end, and I'm streaming on Twitch, people. Link is in the description. I hope to see you there. Peace.